Oh, man, very frustrating. Can't turn the ball over. And again, you got to give credit to their defense. I really pride myself on taking care of the football, but they made two extremely great plays, and can't have it happen. It's my fault.
Have they improved since you saw them the first time defensively?
Yeah, I mean, the first two, I mean, we turned the ball over in the first game. It was kind of miscommunication, and our guy ran into their guy kind of a thing. Whereas today, uh, they're definitely a much improved group. You know, they made some plays on the ball that were good, great plays by their safeties, especially with what coverages they were playing. It's a great job by them.
Johnson, real quick, they had some unorthodox player packages when they were running out there. Did it look like something you hadn't seen before?
No, they were running their stuff, but in just different ways, right? Different scenarios, all that kind of thing. Nothing that confused us or anything like that. They just they did a good job of, especially on the two turnovers, making plays. Their safeties. Hats off to them. I've completed that ball on the first drive against that coverage a lot of times this year. I've completed the one to Tyrell a lot of times versus certain looks like that, right? And you have to tip your hat to those plays that they made because, there's even, times I can think of right now that we've hit those plays against those looks. You know what I mean? And then someone, understands something. They got smart players and they fall off and they make a play, right? And it sucks to happen right now, right? But you have to give them the credit because they did a good job on this.
Self-inflicted wounds on the penalties and things like that. How frustrating is that when you're moving the ball and
Yeah.
something like that happens?
Yeah, I mean, penalties and turnovers, those are killers, no matter when or what they are, right? No matter how they happen, doesn't matter. Who cares? It happened. And, those, they set you back behind the sticks. It's hard to stay on schedule in this league, let alone after stuff like that. But, we'll look at them on tape and correct what we need to correct on those. But, our guys are fighting. It's a violent game, and sometimes there's close calls in there.
So that last drive, there weren't a whole lot of passes moving to the receiver group.
Yeah.
What do you guys need to do to see more out of that group?
I don't know. We'll have to go look at the film, and I leave those kind of things up to coach. My job is just to go through my reads and put the ball where coach wants it, and that. I wish I had a better answer for you, but I always leave that to him.
On that first interception,
Yeah.
do you expect that route to be run more shallow than it was?
No. 32 just fell off of his responsibility and made a great play. Like I said, sorry, yeah, you weren't in here. No, you're good. In that coverage, I think I've completed that ball to Darren a lot this year. We've hit that play a lot, and you drop back, and as soon as you release the ball, you feel good, and then you see 32 fall off and make a play, and it's like, you come to the sideline, and coach is like, hey, he fell off, he made the play, right? I don't want anyone to take anything away from the play that he made because it was very impressive.
How do you put this behind you guys? And because there's still 4 games left.
Yeah.
Still a game out of first place. You're still playing a team, Tennessee, that you're right there with.
Yeah.
How do you get the team just to kind of shift focus to that rather than
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because this is fresh, especially 2 weeks in a row getting beat the way we got beat. It's like, come on, we're better than that, right? And it's just so frustrating. It's annoying, really. Just you do your best to, make the corrections because you have to go through it. You have to go through it with a fine comb because if you don't, it'll come up again, right? But we'll do that. Coach makes sure of that, right? We'll go through it, but at the same time, we got to be real about what is still at stake for us. Like, yes, we got beat twice. Yes, it was terrible losses, but we could still, we play some important games coming up, right? We play some teams that we need to play in order to get to where we want to get. And so if we, just want to hang our heads and sulk, we can do that. We can sit in a corner and do that. But that's never how I've been, and I don't think that that's how this group is. Just hearing the encouragement the encouraging words to each other, the young guys. Very impressive. You know, no one cares about that right now, right? But that's important things to have happen because we got 4 games left. It's a lot of football. A lot of crazier things have happened.
Couple more.
We talked about your cold weather all week. Was that a factor today at all? Or?
No, I threw the ball fine. Like, felt great. You know, if we don't have those 2 turnovers, we're very efficient, right? Ran the ball, threw the ball efficiently. You know, when we had opportunities and things like that. You know, but then you have 2 turnovers, and then they're like, oh gosh, stats, right? I'm not into that, man. I think we handled it just fine. It wasn't a factor because I don't want to take anything away from the plays that they made. To be honest with you, they made 2 great plays. If it was 80 degrees or 30 degrees, it doesn't matter. Those 2 safeties made 2 great plays, and tip my hat to them.
On the plane right back, what do you replay in your mind?
You know, you just go through. Really, me, I always sit there and think about every play. You know, you think about everything, and that's win or loss. You know, that's just how I was taught. And you replay it in your head, and you think, man, really, was there anything else I could have done in that situation? You take that snapshot and you try and train yourself. You train your body. You train your mind. You know, do you make this decision or that decision, kind of a thing. So there'll be time for that tonight, and obviously tomorrow. But you know, those are 2 things that you always sit there and you try and figure out.
Last one.
This has been really hard to get PI calls overturned or changed or whatever. But the one that went against you guys, were you surprised at all about that, given how it's been so difficult to get those things overturned this year?
I think the only thing that surprised me on that was that is that it got overturned. You know, because I think just so many of them haven't. You know what I mean? I think there was one earlier in the game too that that wasn't called or was challenged or whatever. So I just thought that was the road we were going down. But then as we're standing there at offense, we see them reviewing it. So you kind of get a feeling of what might happen when that happens.
All set.